People, make sure that you go ahead and check out the Beeline Entertainment Stuff and Things shop. We got all merchandise that you're looking for. Everything to promote the show. That's right, from hats to glasses to cups to sweatshirts to t-shirts, you name it. Boys, girls, babies, whoever wants to show off that they love watching the Beeline Entertainment LLC. We can't wait to see you in your brand new gear. Come on and check it out today. Let's go!
Let us go. Let us go. Let us go. Yo, it feels good to be back. Yo, oh man. Haven't been going that long, but took a little break, y'all. I'm back. It is Tuesday, the first official Tuesday that I am back. And I'm gonna let you guys know, cue you guys in on a couple of things that's going on tonight. I'm very excited to be behind the mic. It's weird, yo. I just got a rush, really, like start the show off right now. Listen, I've been doing the Beeline web show for about almost 6 years. 6 years, man. It is incredible. I know we only have 100 and I think this is episode 136 right here, but we also have done other episodes. We've had episodes that didn't work out. I mean, we got other shows that we do also. So it's been just a mixture of content here at the Beeline Entertainment LLC. But I had to take a little break because of some life stuff that's been going on, but I'm back. I'm fully back. I am super excited about everything that's been going down. So, letting you guys know right now, this is the first episode. It is a Tuesday night, 9:00 p.m. Eastern time, where you're going to find Brian B. is behind this microphone and camera for the next months to come, because we have a lot of content that we want to get out. We have a lot of shows that we're going to be pushing out. So, the Beeline is back in full effect. For any new watchers right now, first of all, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please go ahead and go to YouTube and type in the Beeline Entertainment LLC. Will definitely pop up at this point. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell button for notifications, and really keep following us, man. You can also go to the B-Line Entertainment LLC.com, where we have all of our entertainment shows that we do. We have our editing services that we do. If you guys have a show or a business, you want promotion, we do logos, we do graphics, we do a whole bunch of stuff for you. But that's all there on the B-Line Entertainment LLC.com. We're a whole business, man. It feels good. Yeah, you guys like the new we got a new background, we got some new posters and shit. Everything looks really good. It's still coming together. I got a couple more lights I got to put up. But yeah, hey, I mean, if I did seasons, I would definitely say this is kicking off season 4. But we always seem to kind of go on a little bit of a hiatus in July, and then we come back in August, and it's August. It's August. Yeah. It's a weird August. So it hasn't been. We had a little bit of a heat wave this week in Georgia, but it hasn't been crazy hot this summer. It has not been crazy hot this summer, so I don't want to hear nobody complaining. It was hot for like a week, and lately, man, I was just driving my windows down in the car. It was fucking nice, breeze hitting me. It was a nice way to relieve stress. It's like you let the stress go up the street while you are driving. Guys, I feel really, really, really good tonight. It's really great to talk with you guys. Like I said, I'm going to give you guys a lot of information. This episode right here, I was calling checking up on everything. I want to check up on you. How you doing, man? How you guys feeling, bro? You want me to put some glasses on and do some therapy or some shit? Yo, this is the Beeline web show, the very first show that we started here back in 2020. When we kicked off this whole Beeline Entertainment LLC thing, before we even knew what Beeline Entertainment was going to be. But we got an intro. Let me show you. Let's go.
Straight to the point, baby.
It's going down in
3, 2, 1.
People, that's your boy!
Brian B.
Let's go!
Back on the Beeline. I'm looking forward to it. I'm so excited.
Use the influence you have.
Again with strangers.
You gotta be able to clean the baby's ass. Hold on real quick.
Knows the hands of fate.
People, it's your boy, Brian B. Welcome to the Beeline Web Show. Let's go!
There you go. There you have it. Yep. Check it out, guys. We've been doing this for a long time here, and it feels really good to be back, like I said. So tonight, I wanted to kick the show off by saying, just where we've been a little bit. First off, you guys know me. I've been kind of saying it for the last months that have passed. Me and IT Tiff, former co-host, my wife. We had our last baby, man. We just had a brand new baby boy. So I'm very blessed for that, and I'm very happy for that. Everything went well, successful. If you guys had kids out there, when you have a kid, they come out and then you stay there at the hospital. They running tests and shit like you a lab rat, and you kind of like in jail, bro. They hold you down. You got to stay in there. But I'm not gonna lie, this experience wasn't that bad. When I had my daughter, we were at a hospital, and it was worse. It was very uncomfortable. I stayed with her the whole time. But very uncomfortable, bro. I was sleeping on like this hard ass bench thing. What up, Dev? Shout out to Devin, the tribal chief, man. Over there at the Bloodline Network. He goes over and he does wrestling content. Please go follow him. Big shout out to him. He's always doing live watch along, sharing it with everybody. He's been on featured on Monday Night Raw a couple times when they do their promo packages showing you watching the pay-per-views. Giant shout out to you, Dev. Keep up killing it, bro. I'm really happy for your success, man. Congrats on the baby. Thanks, bro. Brand new baby. I really enjoy it. Hey, Dev, I know you got kids. You probably relate, man. When you sitting there, they take you go into a room. It's just like a nice room. It's not like you're not in a cabinet or nothing. But you gotta sit there as the dads. We gotta sit there and lay in them little hard ass couches, and the moms over there recovering. But this one they fed us, man. They gave us some food. They gave us like a little menu and stuff like that. I was kind of just catching up on just relaxing, helping her. We didn't get no sleep. When I tell you, we didn't have. I think the first night my son was born, we stayed up. It's something about being a parent where it's like you're extremely cautious when that little baby comes out and you pick him up and you're holding him and you're like, damn, you feel like you're holding like glass, bro. Like it's so fragile and delicate. They're so small. We're taking turns, like, making sure he's breathing through the night and shit like that or whatever. So it's hectic, bro. We didn't sleep at all. So me and wifey, we finally starting to get back to sleep a little bit. I'm going back to work tomorrow, and I'm back on the show. Man. I've actually been kind of taking a brief hiatus, getting prepared to have a kid. And like I said, our last kid, man, I've got 4 now. So it's like I have a son, 2 daughters, and now the new baby makes my second son. So it's crazy, bro. Never in my life would have thought I'd have all these kids, but definitely do. And it's a blessing. I'm very happy. My other 2 kids just started high school. And they're can't believe I got 2 high school students in my house, you know what I'm saying? But they started high school, so the kids are back in school. House a little bit more empty. We kind of got a little bit more of a routine going now that wifey's not pregnant. We're planning on future shit. Believe it or not, guys, 2025, man. We're about to head into the damn wrap 'em up years, yo. After August, football starting. We got the holiday seasons rolling around. September, October, November, December, the 4 closers. It's crazy. These years are going by so damn fast. Just having like these marks and like, these different, staples that you got, bullet points that you have, like, from just remembering what you've done in a year. My years be blending together, bro. I can't remember what was from 2024. I can't remember what was 2025. But yeah, we're coming to a close on this year. 2026 is going to be rolling in. And I went to Walmart earlier and I was like, damn, kids going back to school. If you were in the South and you see all the back to school stuff, the book bags and shit like that or whatever, like, they start coming out at the beginning of July. But man, we was just in there. They had fucking Halloween already. Make you forget, yo. Halloween, October 31st, yo. That shit is far from now. But they got Halloween out and shit. And I was like, damn, bro. Like, the stores, they be rushing it, yo. But I get why, because you want to start early. People want to decorate. For me, like Halloween and the holidays, we don't celebrate in the house. So it's like but I like the decorations to be up early, bro. Like if I'm doing it, I'm talking about, especially for Christmas. Christmas, as soon as Thanksgiving is done, as soon as you put that turkey away, your tree should be up. That's how fast that shit should go for me. And then like Halloween, man, if you putting up Halloween decorations, especially those people that take like a really long time and they decorate the yards and have all the crazy awesome stuff everywhere, bro. Listen, you want people to see that shit all month, bro. So you start that shit immediately, as soon as September over, like you already putting Halloween decorations up. So I definitely understand, but it's like it makes time seem like it's going so much faster because you start seeing Halloween and you're like, damn, it's the holidays already. The holidays are the closer of the year. Like once it starts to be the holiday season, the year is pretty much over, man, because then it's New Year's and it's a brand new year. But yeah, had a baby, man. That's the reason why I haven't had a couple of shows in the last couple of weeks. I think it's been about a month. I've missed you guys for sure, but yeah, we are back full throttle. I've had a couple of shows that I wanted to do. I actually got caught up and didn't have a chance to do. We're gonna run those back, and some really interesting shows. And we're talking about people twerking and shit. We're gonna talk about a whole bunch of different stuff. But how have you guys been doing, man? Definitely feel free to leave some comments. If you guys got some topics you want to talk about, I'm definitely gonna try to like my best to kind of summarize some things. Big announcement I wanted to say. For the first time ever, for the very first time ever, if you guys know Brian B, I'm from New Jersey. I lived in New Jersey, born and raised, and I moved to Georgia probably about 14 years now. So I've never really done too much in Georgia. I really was like just raising a family and stuff like that. I've been a couple places here and there, but the one thing they have down here that I've been wanting to experience was Dragon Con. And that's for, if you're in Atlanta, Dragon Con is kind of like the Comic Con in San Diego. Everybody goes with the dressed up as your characters and, meeting different actors and, different panels and stuff like that. So, I got some great news for the first time ever. Brian B, I'm going to Dragon Con this year, man. I'm going to be there. I'm going to have my Beeline stuff on. And I'm gonna get to know some people and stuff like that. We got a microphone. We're gonna do some interviews. We're gonna be talking wrestling. We're gonna be talking entertainment. As far as movies and different stuff like that. We got a panel of questions and stuff like that. I wish I had a table, but this is my introduction to it. So I'm going to walk around and just meet some new people. We're gonna have badges and IDs on. So if you guys are going to Comic-Con, we will be there the Saturday of the event. I know it's a 4-day event, but that Saturday, I believe it's the 29th. We are going to be, Brian B will be at Comic-Con. So definitely feel free to send me a message, man. Send me an email if you watch the Beeline and you want to check me out, want to take some pictures. I'm going to be there. I'll have all my stuff on, business cards. And, even if you want to like collab, I'm definitely interested. It's the 30th, actually. It'll be the 30th. That's Saturday. If you want to collab, if you want to work together, like I'm definitely interested in, making some connections that day. So we will be at Comic-Con, man. I'm super excited for it. That's going to be an awesome experience. But yeah, man, just been kind of going through life lately. Like I said, man, it kind of had to put a pause on everything. But one thing I wanted to talk about tonight also was motivation. I don't know. I feel like I've talked about this a bunch of times on a bunch of different shows. I've heard a lot of people say some really, really, really key shit when it comes to motivation, when it comes to like, keeping yourself going for doing the type of things that you want to do. A lot of times you'll hear people say things like, hey man, did you do this? And you're like, nah, I didn't do it, blah, 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 this and that. And then somebody's like, oh, you must have not wanted it bad enough. Let me tell you something. That shit ain't true. All right. That shit is not true. Okay. I mean, to a degree, I guess, you feel me? Like, listen, there's a lot of people who really want some shit really fucking bad, yo. There's a lot of people that really want something really bad. But there's also a lot of people who don't know how to fully commit, to fully dedicate, to fully, lock in. And that's the reason why they can't get to the places where they want to be. Now, there's people out there who can literally just shut the world off, have a mission in front of them, and just completely conquer it with no fucking problem. You feel me? Like, there's nothing that's getting in their way. They can consistently just push forward every day. I'm one of the motherfuckers who listen, yo. I always need a little bit of motivation. Now, I say that, just humbling myself, really. I'm not trying to say that I'm lazy. I'm not trying to say that is this or that, but I know damn well I'm easily distracted. I'm easily deterred because I always feel like I'm that kind of person who always has a lot of shit going on. So it's like, if I'm pressing like, hey, I'm gonna do this, I really want to do this, I really want to do that, and then I get caught up or I get something happen, or then I get this, I get fucking sidetracked and I'm ready to go and do something else now. Now I'm pushing myself. So for me, my focus is what's the hardest thing that keeps me kind of like, away from achieving some of the things that I really want to do. The reason why I wanted to start talking about this tonight was because motivation is super fucking important, yo. Discipline, that's usually what you'll hear other people say, like, hey, you don't need motivation, you need discipline. That is extremely true as well. Discipline is what's going to keep you grounded, you know what I'm saying, especially when you're doing things, whether it's a weight loss journey or whether it's something like this, you know what I'm saying, like you're dedicating time to saving money. That's a fucking huge one right there. Saving money. People don't look at it like it's a process or a goal, but especially when you don't really have a lot of money, if you're not somebody who's like, has a nice percentage they can put away and still take care of things that they have to take care of. But all of that stuff, bro, motivation behind it is a giant thing. For me, like I just told you guys, like, going to Dragon Con and everything like that, man, I'm taking my daughter with me. She's going to kind of be my helper. She wants to go. She likes Pokemon and stuff like that. So it's going to be a lot of fun for both of us to kind of hang out and do some stuff. But also, it's also motivating because now I have a reason to kind of, build up to something. And that's important. That's important for me, bro. I think a lot of times people like to say things, that kind of deter people from doing what helps them. Hey, you don't need motivation. You need discipline. Got you. Thank you. Like you need discipline, motherfucker. Like, maybe discipline don't work for me. Maybe I don't have what good discipline. Maybe that's a handicap for me. But at the same time, yeah, could I learn it? Maybe, you know what I'm saying? But if I know that I need motivation, let me keep motivation around. I understand that motivation is hard to come by sometimes, and you do have to have it. But I think what I'm starting to learn is how to find it in different things that I'm doing. So it's like, whether it be the baby, whether it be like, just in life in general, like, what I'm saying, like, wanting to go somewhere, wanting to take a vacation, wanting to move, what I'm saying, get a bigger house and a car and everything. There's different forms of motivation that you can find that you can thrive for. Like the Dragon Con thing for me is definitely something that, we just had a baby. We kind of have been doing, before we had our son, we were doing a whole bunch of shit, like, just kind of understanding, like, hey, we're about to be buying diapers again. We were just going to the movies, taking the kids out, just doing shit, man, spending some money, buying some things we wanted to buy. Because you kind of know that you got to lock in after that. You got to, make sure everything is tight. You got to, have a little bit more security around the securance and stuff like that. And it's just a different kind of life that you got to take on. So we were just, we're splurging a little bit. But now with these tasks and these missions that I'm trying to get back into with the Beeline Entertainment and just work and family and stuff like that, I'm using everything as motivation, bro. I don't think anybody should be deterred from what helps them. You feel me? Like I think you really should be able to utilize any kind of strengthening, tool that you have on your journey, bro, and your process, because you need it. You do fucking need it, bro. It is easy to get distracted, especially in today's world, man. There's nothing but distractions around you. So, find your key to motivation. So if anybody's out here listening to it right now, you checking in with Brian B, and you like, damn, man, I've been struggling with, doing certain things. I've been struggling with, paying my bills on time. I've been struggling with staying truthful in my relationship, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's different things, yo. Everybody's got life that you dealing with and shit, and especially now, bro. So it's like, find what's motivating for you, man. Don't let the people tell you like, oh, motivation's not good. You need this, you need that. No, motivation is fucking amazing. Motivation is amazing. I talked to some of the people that I do the shows with here, and especially STR, Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk, man, which we will be back with a brand new episode tomorrow night at 9:00. Slim and Lay and Brandon, like, these guys are amazing, bro. They're we do the wrestling show together, but everybody has their own projects and everybody's growing, man. They have their own shows they do. Slim is killing it on TikTok right now with just like certain things that he enjoys, and people are finding joy with him. And to watch his success, it's like, it's fucking extremely motivating, bro. I'm like, this guy came and he started talking wrestling with me. Never really did too much social media and stuff like that previously, but it's like he got into it and he loves it, and the audience loves it with him and stuff like that, and he's growing astronomically, bro. And I watched that and I'm like, look at this, doing this for so long, like sometimes you can kind of lose a little bit of the passion that comes with it, because it does become more like a chore instead of just like, the enjoyment. That's why, like, today it was awesome coming back in front of the camera. I don't have nobody here with me, but it's like, I know you guys are watching, I know you guys see the episodes, I know we're gonna clip the episodes, and it's like, I enjoy just kind of getting this out there right now. I enjoy the feeling of sitting down in front of the camera and getting behind the microphone, and just the nostalgic memory of like, damn, man, I remember when I first started. I remember when I didn't have a background. I remember when I was sitting I was in a corner of this studio, and now it's like there's so much change, there's so much growth, and it's that all of that shit is motivating. So I just been finding a lot of motivation in a lot of areas, and it's making me want to just really challenge myself to do bigger and better than ever. So yeah, that's what we're aiming for again, bro, with this new drive. I mean, the last time I came back, it was in August. I mean, we drove, straight through, I think it was like most of the year. As a matter of fact, I think that July that I just took off was like, that might have been like, the most time that we took off in between there. So yeah, I'm super excited for this return right here, and I hope you guys are super excited as well, because we have a lot of stuff that we're going to be doing. Dragon Con is just the beginning, but yeah, man. On another note, also wanted to talk about a couple of other things that have been kind of happening around. Just paying attention to certain people, and we live in a really crazy world right now, bro, where we're getting so much information. And we're talking to so many different people, and by we, I mean everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you're on social media, if you're on TikTok, if you're wherever, like you're talking to a lot of people, you're seeing a lot of conversations, you're seeing a lot of news, you're seeing a lot of news from all over. And the one thing I've been seeing more than anything, man, is everybody talking about one of the craziest topics ever, but it's more crazy that now that it's like a popular topic that everybody's talking about, there's no interest in it as much. Like, you know what I'm saying? You would think that this shit would be one of the craziest fucking things to talk about or discuss, but people really are just like, they'd rather talk about something else. And that is, all this talk about like, aliens and different species, and you got people saying, oh, there's a mothership coming that's on the verge of coming to the world, and it's hostile. And are you hearing these fucking news reports? Like, all of this stuff that's been coming out over these last couple years, that's like, before it seemed like, yeah, it's always like, the whispers and shit like that or whatever. You got these like, oh, that's not this, it's a water balloon or a weather balloon. But now it's like you got people that like, these motherfuckers is literally having conferences and shit like that or whatever, like the government and the public and stuff like that. People are literally just going through these whistleblowers and everything, and it's just like, everybody's saying the same shit, like vividly, like, hey, listen, there's shit going on this motherfuckers don't even know about. What? Really? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just think of it before. Like, think of how crazy shit used to be. Like, if you from the 90s and stuff, you got the X-Files, you got Lost in Space, you got a whole bunch of different shows, man, where it's just like, back in the day, we used to talk about like alien shit and stuff like that. Oh man, you see that, man? That's fake. Oh, that's bullshit. This and that or whatever, bro. But now we're in a realm of like, people are really coming out and they're like, yeah, no, this shit is real. This shit is real. And there's no interest. Like, nobody gives a fuck. Like, just imagine, like I'm saying, like, if you could jump back into your old 1994 onto your fucking television, can you imagine if somebody came on TV in 1994 on some real shit? They breaking news. It went on all the channels. That's when you knew back in the day that it was fucking real. if that news report stopped all the channels, that's it. You know it's serious. That's how you knew it was serious back in the day. We don't got that shit now. Like no one don't care now. But can you imagine if somebody came on all the channels and there was a guy standing at a podium in the office and he was like, "Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you, but your theories and your conclusions were all right. We are talking with extraterrestrial beings, they're interdimensional beings, this and that." Do you know how fucking insane people? There'd be people quitting their jobs. There'd be people doing a whole bunch of crazy shit just knowing that information. But now, because we got so much information, it's like there's people that hear this shit. There's people that talk about it. There's people that see the news reports, and there's and literally even me. Shit, it's not like I'm doing anything different. It's like I'm talking about it at least. But it's just like I've been hearing all this stuff. Like, oh, there's a giant ship coming to Earth, and they have a reason to believe that it might be hostile, and this and that. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, is this real? I personally, like, my 2 cents is I don't think people really know what to feel anymore, because I think people have been so consumed with trying to, make it in a type of way, whether it be, make it famously, or make it just make it, through the day to day, make it through life, make it through a relationship, make it through your job. I think people have just been overwhelmed with trying to make it, that you can hear something crazy. Like, hey, listen, aliens are real. Everything is fucking real. Like, you got to understand this shit. And then bam. Okay, well, what do I do now? You go to the comments of those videos and they say, do I got to pay my rent tomorrow? And shit. Yeah, you do. But you can do it with a little bit more information in your head. But it's like, I've been like dwelling on stuff like that recently, bro. I'm like, yo, how are we so distracted that with like some of the biggest news to our species, bro, not even just to like to like the record books and shit, to like just some of the biggest news is to kind of be finding out, like, through the cracks, like, hey, listen, a lot of this stuff that people have speculated for years is no longer a speculative topic. It's literally starting to become factual. Like, hey, there's other stuff going on. We don't even know what's real. We don't know what is what. But stuff like that has been really, really hindering my my belief system, if that's the best way to say it. I don't really know what to believe anymore, bro. Like, I'm starting to get to this as I'm getting older. I'm just starting to get to this point where it's like there's so many questions that you start learning as you age every year, and this is like, I guess, the wisdom that comes with just growth. But you start to understand that you think you have a good understanding of what's going on in this motherfucker, bro, but you never will. By the time you get to the age that you can, grasp the concepts in some type of way, you got sicknesses, you got this shit, things are making you forget, your memories losing, you're doing this, you're getting old. It's like you reach a peak and then you start to, decline down the other side. And it's like, it's really fucking weird, bro. There's no room for comprehension in the amount of time that we have to exist. Like, ain't that some crazy ass shit? Like, it's crazy to understand. Like, yo, you learn every single year. Like, if you're lucky, you feel me? Like, you learn, you grow, and you understand, and you experience, and you witness, and with all that comes with like your own kind of like deciphering and problem solving. So it's like you never really get to the point where you're like, hey, I know what's going on. You just kind of die more knowledgeable than the next, or less knowledgeable than the next. And that's a crazy ass fucking understanding, bro. And I kind of been battling with that shit a little bit lately. And not, I'm not in any like negative type of way, just in a positive way, kind of, where it's like, hey man, I don't know if it's a lot of information to keep your ear up to the streets and just pay attention to kind of what's going on. But you're never gonna know everything, bro. You're never gonna really know what's going on. And that's why I don't really know like how to believe shit so firmly anymore. Everything changes so often, or you find out that things were never exactly what you thought they were to begin with. That shit is terrifying. Listen, you want to know what was even crazier? Raising kids with that knowledge. because it's like, you tell your kids, you try your best to teach your children, like, what you think is right and what they should do and stuff like that. And then as they get older, they found out the shit, they're finding out the shit that you said and stuff like that isn't even, factual and stuff like that, whether anymore or just at all. And it's like, yo, it's a really hard pill to swallow, that like, yo, we never have a firm grasp, yo. Everything is pretty much just what works best for you. It's really hard. Like, there's some things that you just kind of have to understand through general consensus. Like, people have to work together at some type of way and some type of level to keep everything working smoothly. But at the end of the day, as far as just people having their own opinions and ideas, as long as it can, get in the boat and not tip that bitch over, like, yo, it's to each his own, man. Because I don't know what's real anymore, bro. I don't know what's real in this world. I don't know whether it be beings, whether it be this. Whenever somebody says something to me and they question it, I'm never the person who's like, no, that's not true. I'm never that motherfucker anymore, bro. Like, because it's a lot of stuff that, yo, there's so much information that people are entitled. If you have a good, I mean, unless you just on some goofy shit, if you had a good like reason for why you believe what you believe, you gotta at least hear a motherfucker out, bro. You may not want to, and that's where I think it comes down to people's like, arguments and stuff like that. I think a lot of people, they lead with their feelings, and because it may not be a popular topic or something that you think is morally, something that you should be listening to. At the end of the day, bro, people have different feelings. People have different, situations they go through in life. So you got to face facts, man, because the world is fucking changing before our eyes. And we just keep getting more and more intelligent. And it's not even our own intelligence. It's shit that's just computing us, whatever, however you say it. People, shit that's programming us. And we're just learning shit and we don't even care at this point, bro. It's like everybody's so numb to every fucking thing. So just been kind of facing that life, whatever. So with that, let me go ahead and just a flip, because like I said, I'm just giving y'all a checkup on, like, different things that I've been kind of thinking about and dealing with and paying attention to. But with that, also comes with the engagement that you have with people, which is extremely different now. So I definitely have been talking a lot. Of course, I go on, I make my videos, I do TikToks, I do this and that. But I make all of this stuff, and then that's pretty much my engagement that I have with people. When I'm talking with live people and I'm going out in the streets, I'm at the store, I was just at the hospital, and you meet people and stuff like that, and you gauge how they are or whatever. But it's like, I mostly talk with people on here, and that's fucking dangerous, because people are way more bold and easily disguised, I guess is the best way to say it, when you're talking with them online, bro, when they're just leaving comments, when they're just not having to show their face. And what I'm saying, people are gonna not be themselves necessarily. They're gonna be their representative. They're gonna be, their imposter. Like, they're gonna say whatever they want to say because there's no consequence. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like you're never really meeting somebody in the first place, in a way, technically. So I've been finding that out, by having conversations with people on like TikTok and Facebook and stuff like that or whatever, especially with all the celebrity deaths that's been going on. Of course, we're going to talk about, like, that stuff tomorrow or with wrestling. But wrestling's kind of been a little bit of a fucking headache lately, man. I love wrestling, like, and it's crazy that to grow up with something that I've had such a passion for. Like, I'm literally looking across my damn studio right now at my son's old wrestling ring for his toys and stuff, and I'm just like, this has been a part of me forever, bro. I've always loved wrestling. I've had wrestlers, what I'm saying, from the Bret Harts to the Stone Colds to the Roman Reigns. Like, I've generations of this shit. And of course, man, we just lost one of the biggest icons within Hulk Hogan. And listen, I remember Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was one of the first wrestlers that I witnessed in my life. I tell the story all the time. Like, when my introduction to wrestling, I remember walking, it was in the middle of the fucking night, and I was young, and I walked into my mother and father's room, and they had the TV playing, and from the doorway, I think they were asleep, but from the doorway, I guess my father had wrestling on, and Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan were fighting. It wasn't even, I don't even know if it was WWF. I don't even know what it was, but they were fighting by the barricades, and that's all I remember. I was standing at the doorway just watching, like, what the fuck is this? Like, I was just watching it. And then from there, I saw it was the WWF SummerSlam. SummerSlam was my very first pay-per-view that I watched wrestling. And I saw it was a bunch of different matches, but it had Hulk Hogan and I think Ultimate Warrior versus Sergeant Slaughter and the Iron Sheik. Miss Macho Man got married to Miss Elizabeth. A match made in heaven, match made in hell. SummerSlam 1991. And we had a tape. It was a videotape, and I had watched that. And when I watched that, that's when I got introduced to Hulk Hogan, man. And so when Hulk Hogan passed away, I was like, damn. Well, when I tell you, it was my birthday. The Hulk Hogan passed away on my birthday. Bro, listen, there's some things in life that you don't know how you're gonna deal with it. Like on some real shit, you have no fucking idea. It's nobody. It doesn't have to be somebody who's next to you. It doesn't have to be anything. When I tell you, I was sad as shit. Like my grandfather died or something. I'm dead ass fucking serious. When I tell you, and I was having a good birthday. Like I said, I've been spending some money. I don't give a fuck. I was buying shit I wanted. I've been having some good time. When I tell you, when I heard Hulk Hogan died, I was sad as shit. I was super fucking sad, man. I cried, every fucking thing. I am ashamed to admit it. But it's like, it's crazy because with that, I went online and you just see this crazy backlash. You see this crazy fucking backlash of this guy that I'm over here feeling super fucking empathy for. Like, damn, this nigga died. Like, I remember watching, I remember everything he gave me. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. And then I'm watching, no, fuck him. Definitely, I'm glad he's gone. I'm going too late and seeing all this crazy shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Now, here's the shit. This is the thing that sucks, man. Like I said before earlier, like the comprehension part. That comprehension part is so fucking important because I could easily have went into my feelings and said, no, he's the greatest of all time and blah, 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 listen, crying tears and shit because that's how I felt. Love this guy, man. But nah, I had to realize, like, yeah, people got the reason. They reason for feeling that way. I gotta be understanding. He wasn't the best dude in a lot of cases. Said fucked up shit, rubbed people the wrong way, got caught saying fucked up shit, didn't apologize for saying the fucked up shit. Kind of just went down a spiral. Did a lot of shit in the wrestling industry to a lot of people, that we heard about. Because we don't know any of the stories. It's just what we hear. But you got to take what it is for what it is. But at the same time, you can also be honest with your feelings and just, knowing what you know. And, people have the right to be grateful for what they're grateful for. And people got the right to make their stupid ass comments and decisions as well. But, in my opinion, if you're a respectable adult, you can decipher shit, man. I can be the type of person that can say, man, I know Hulk Hogan, he said some racist shit. He done some bad shit. And I understand it. Maybe he wasn't the best person. But I guarantee you, like I've said this shit in the past, I'll step in that man's face if I could step in that man's face, if I ever had the opportunity. And maybe he'd be the fakest motherfucker in the world. And I could tell him, like, hey, Mr. Hogan, I know it's been a lot of shit with you, bro. But at the end of the day, you're you, and I hope you make your best decisions. But I appreciate everything that you've done for the business that I love my whole fucking life. I appreciate it and thank you for it. And that motherfucker would probably shake my hand, shed a tear, and give me a hug. And that's good enough for me, bro. I get if it's not good enough for other people, but it's good enough for me. I know there's a lot of motherfuckers out there that's good enough for it, bro. I don't hate people all the fucking time, man. You know what? I really do understand. There's a lot of motherfuckers that I really can understand. Now, there's also some that I just can't. I'll tell you right now, pedophiles and all that shit. Nah, yeah, you can go fuck yourself forever. But there's people that I can understand. Like, hey, listen, you're that kind of person, and I don't respect you for it. I don't respect you for it. but there is something that I do respect you for, and I can admit that without feeling ashamed, without feeling like, oh man, like I'm not invited to the secret fucking club party or whatever because I feel this type of way, and I'm bold enough to be open about it. But yeah, wrestling has kind of been a little bit of a battle lately to say that you enjoy, man. It's just and it shouldn't be like that. There's some of the companies, they're doing questionable shit for sure. For sure. I'm not even denying that, but the people who are just that choose to attack it in the way they attack it, it's just, I don't know, bro. Like, to me, some of the cases are just as sickening as the people who are, making the bad decisions and doing the shit they're doing. And I don't give a fuck who that rubs the wrong way. I'm just it's just too much, man. It's like there's so much fucking heat, yo. At the end of the day, if people are feeling that bad, I get why it's not that easy to just turn the shit off, because like I said, in my perspective, like, I've been watching this shit my whole life. I enjoy it. It's not easy to fucking leave behind what you enjoy, bro. At the end of the day, that's why sometimes there's a relationship where a person just doesn't leave, even though it's not the best thing for you. You try to hope for the better. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you've seen it come from bad to good, and in both ways, vice versa. So it's like, I'm trying my best just to, like, enjoy what I enjoy, pray for better days, and, like, just keep rocking with the system, yo. But I'm also just kind of really, really losing interest with these fucking people who always just want to say something and have something to bitch about. Um, Another big thing about, like, like I said, wrestling and shit that's been happening recently is just like, yo, the world we live in, it gives us a lot of information, and a lot of times, it's good information, but a lot of times it's not enough information. But no matter what, everybody feels like they have the ability to formulate an entire fucking conclusion from just the basic points that they have. And I've been witnessing that shit on a ridiculous level lately, man, where it's just like, you can have a one-sided fucking argument, a completely one-sided argument, and people will literally fucking ride or die for that one-sided motherfucking argument without even another side, and completely adapt themselves, protest, do whatever, because they have one fucking bit of information coming from something, and then another ideology that's just building a case because of the information that's there and what they may believe. And that shit is fucking crazy, bro. It's also extremely dangerous to know that we can live in an area where anybody can say anything, especially intelligent people who can formulate shit against you and just let a case be built without any kind of verdict, any kind of fucking trial, or any kind of damn, I thought I saw a bug, or any kind of proceedings and shit like that. Nobody to sit there and figure out, hey, listen, you can't have your story heard, both sides of the story, put every fucking thing together. You just get one thing, and then everybody just thinks it, and it's fine, and it's done, and you're guilty of it. And I feel like that shit is starting to become a runaway train in this country, yo. Like, people are literally just, you can say one fucking thing. A woman can go and say one thing. Hey, he did this. Bam. And you fucked. They're going to fire you from your job. They're going, what's it called? They're going to do this. They're going to do that. And your ass is cooked. And the next thing you know, fucking 6 months later, once everything and the smoke clears and shit like that, oh, that bitch was lying. Bitch was lying, but I lost my whole fucking life. But I lost everything because of this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or here's another bad thing about it. This is another thing that sucks. Somebody could actually do some shit. Somebody actually does some shit. And they do some shit. But listen, it's not as bad as what people think. Motherfuckers is over here, damning somebody to hell. And then you find out, wait a minute. This was this was that. They did this because of that. They did this with this person, and they wanted to do this. And this. Listen, bro, there's mad things that happen between adults, bro. People do a lot of weird shit. People do freaky shit. People are weird. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of that shit. You could turn on the fucking internet right now to sit there. Go ahead and go search them damn reasons why they over there shutting down porn sites and everything now. Because motherfuckers is crazy, bro. And people be into some shit. And you want to know something? Motherfuckers with the money, they be into that shit more than anybody. And that's why these motherfuckers be getting caught up in the shit they be getting caught up in too. So, you know, they got themselves to blame for that. But it's still, at the end of the day, you can't just say, oh, they got money. Oh, yeah, they're doing everything. You don't fucking know what anybody's doing, bro. You still got to prove it. You still got to prove it. You still have to, you can't just damn somebody's situation based off of a fucking testimony that you read on Google. It's getting fucking sad, bro, because I'm telling you right now, it be making me think like, damn, yo, I gotta watch my shit because I'm telling you, yo, anybody can make some shit up. Anybody can make some shit up. Anybody could do something. And it's like, whether you did it, you did it. You fucked, bro. Let somebody make a good enough story up on your ass. It don't even matter if it's real. Listen, my wife, here's a fucking good ass example. My wife, she was working for this company, bro, making awards and shit like that all the time. Every time we went to their Christmas party, she come home 2-3 awards and shit like that or whatever. Killing at this company for like 5 years, yo. We got COVID. She got COVID, bro. And literally after she had COVID, the week that she was home, they made up this astronomical fucking story that she was like, you know, doing delivery or something like that, and talked to her about it, and then fucking fired her. Just out of the blue, out of the fucking blue. No write-ups, no none of that shit, bro. Out of the blue. And we tried to talk to people, and, you know, Georgia's a free will state and all this other stuff or whatever. But it showed me that no matter what, you don't really have to tell the truth. You don't really have to. You can tell your version of the truth. You can tell your version of what you believe. And if you do it publicly, then the rest of the world has the ability to determine what they want to believe. It's just a crazy fucking world, man. Like, you know, it's so many ways that you can incriminate yourself. It's so many ways that somebody can incriminate you. And then you try to save your life and then you look guilty doing that. It's like, where the fuck are you innocent? You really are guilty until proven innocent. And that's a dangerous way, man. That's a fucking dangerous way. It's one of those things also that nobody will ever understand fully, especially the people with the mentalities of, well, you know, I just think I know. No, you know he's doing something. I don't know shit, motherfucker. Like, I'm not like that. I don't know shit. I'm not saying that I can't know shit goes on. I'm not stupid. But what I am saying is I'm not damning nobody. Diddy, any of them motherfuckers. I don't know none of them niggas. I don't know none of that shit. I'm not that motherfucker who's like, nah, they did it. Yeah. I don't fucking know what that person did. I'm not them. And if you that fast to damn it or incriminate somebody, you better hope that your child or anything never be in a situation and somebody are that fast to incriminate them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I always hear that argument like, oh, think about it if it was your sister. It's not my fucking sister, stupid. You know what I'm saying? If it was, then I'd talk to a situation or I'd know more. But what I want to think about is, what if it is my sister in the other fucking shoe? And she ain't do shit. And she over here getting blamed for all this stuff. And y'all just fucking damning her. And ain't even nothing get proved. I'm thinking of that. But why is that side not the side everybody fucking talking about? The side everybody's talking about is, oh, just imagine if this was your partner who went through all of this. Listen to the story. Yeah, I bet you got a fucking amazing story. That's what happens when you're dealing with people with money and, you know, you're doing all this crazy ass shit. And then all of a sudden you wake up and something happened and didn't go the way you wanted it to go. And now it's not going right for you anymore. So you're fast to go to the store and I'm going to prove this and bro, everybody wrong. That's my fucking point at the end of the day. Everybody fucking wrong. And it sucks, man. It sucks. And we keep finding out like more and more shit about, like, you know, the entertainment industry, and it's just always some shit going on, and you can't always some shit going on except for these motherfuckers, like, you know, making stuff better. Hey, listen, we can talk about entertainment. We're gonna be back with the entertainment show on Thursday as well. We're gonna be talking about, it's gonna be a whole watch list episode. We're gonna talk about stuff that we've been watching, including Fantastic Four. Saw Fantastic Four. Superman. You know, we've been watching these movies and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a really, really good episode. But I know, guys. I kind of just went in a little bit there, but it's just like I said, it's just been some stuff that I've kind of wanted to get off my chest. Wanted to check in with you guys and let you guys know we're gonna have a lot more episodes coming out here. You know, all of August, all of September, as long as everything stays true. And listen, if they really do start talking about like aliens and shit like that coming out, then you already know we're gonna be talking, bro. So we're gonna have some guests on. We're gonna reach out to a couple people, see if we can get some people that want to come on the show and talk about what they've been doing as well. I haven't been seeing as many people, man, with the podcast thing, man. I see a couple of shows here and there. I have been actively like kind of looking, but I don't know. It seems like the field is kind of dying down a little bit again. I do see a lot of people making content, but not as many people are doing shows anymore, man. I'm gonna stick with this, bro. I really want to stick with it. Hope you guys enjoy the fact that I'm sticking with it, and I'm not gonna go anywhere. Like, you know, we may take a break here and there, but as of right now, we are fully back and in the swing of things. So I'm really glad that you guys are down. Please stay tuned tomorrow night. Yo, please go check out the website. Please go check out us on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Check us out tomorrow night, 9 p.m. is for all shows, 9 p.m. for Wednesday. We're gonna do Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk. It's gonna be amazing. Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk. We're gonna talk about SummerSlam. We're gonna talk about some of the stuff that I was just talking about right now. Of course, Unreal came out on Netflix, where they kind of go behind the scenes and literally showing you, like, you know, the stuff that happens behind the scenes in WWE, and it's really crazy, bro. Like, we're watching this stuff now, and just remember, like, you know, 20 years ago, bro, everybody, you know, there were still people thinking that it was, you know, real, and, you know, everything that was happening was real, and even the you know, the wrestlers were portraying themselves as like, listen, I'm the Undertaker, I'm always Undertaker. You know, you ain't gonna see me ever not the Undertaker. Just amazing, bro. It's just a new era. But we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff tomorrow on Straight Through the Ropes, and then of course on Thursday we got the Beeline Entertainment the Beeline Entertainment show is gonna be back on as well. We're gonna have an amazing episode too. So guys, we're back in full throttle. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I'm going to wrap it up early. Got to get ready for work tomorrow, but I will have a show every single week. Please make sure you go and follow us on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. Check out the merch, guys. We got some new merch that's in the store. Please support. I'm trying to build the store up again. I'm going to have some more merch that you guys may want to rock and throw on, you know, some hoodies and stuff like that or whatever. Trying to work with everybody, get you a little something because, yo, we back and we doing it. And I'm really excited. I'm about to go take my ass to sleep, so I'm tired as hell. But thank you guys so much for rocking with us, man. I love you guys so much, and so much more to come, yo. Stay true, stay positive, pay attention, bro. And we out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed that episode, make sure you head on over to the Beeline Entertainment LLC YouTube channel, where we have so much more for you. We have the Beeline Web Show on Tuesday nights, as well as Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk on Wednesdays, and of course, the Beeline Entertainment Show on Thursday night. Join us and make sure that you hit that like, hit that share, and of course, subscribe with that bell button for the notifications so you can make sure you're getting all the great content from the Beeline Entertainment LLC. Let's go!